That's right, Edith. We are live at the Machakos University College. We've been here for the last hour or so talking to the people. Sikika Sasa is about the people, their grievances, their challenges, their problems, the issues ailing them. And this week, we're premiering in the county of Machakos. We had actually invited the governor. This was supposed to be his seat right here, but he's not here. You know where he is. He's busy listening, watching the impeachment of his deputy. But we have a great panel of guests. We've been discussing the issues and everything from water to unemployment to Uwezo. In fact, we're talking to the leader of the Uwezo Fund here in Machakos, Fred Lau, and they say that you are lying. The forms are not available here, Fred.
My take is that in Machakos Town constituency, where I represent, we have 7 representatives from each ward. And those are the people who have done a great job of distributing the forms. If you go, and I speak this to Honorable Demange, who we are ever meeting in the social media, try to bring up issues of the county with substantive motives. Get it very clear. If you go to Machakos Town constituency office, the form is given free. The only thing I can take is from Kangundo. We have had issues that there are forms being sold in Kangundo and Matungulu constituency.
So, Fred, you would say overall that Uwezo is going according to plan?
It is not going according to plans, because I'm just saying this Monday is when we sat down with the service providers, and those should have been the first people to capacity build our groups. That is the only disconnect that we've been having. Otherwise, as a committee of Machakos Town constituency, we are moving in full gear to make sure our people access these funds.
And you're standing to what you said earlier, Fred, that these people are just lazy.
And they need to access that document. And I call upon the Mange to visit that office, CDF office, and you are going to get those forms free of charge.
Go ahead, sir.
Initially, I said that to get those forms is difficult. But, Jeff, can you imagine 300 Machakos County yote, 300 members, 300 Machakos County yote. Is there the... No. Okay, Machakos Town tuko 300 kweli.
Okay.
Hapa tumepita.
All right, Monday morning, make it 301. Kennedy, I'll get you to say one thing.
Thank
you. Kennedy, real quick, we've got less than a minute to go.
Yes.
Your thoughts. Is Uwezo available to people with disabilities?
To be honest, kusema ukweli, people with a disability, the forms are available. The only problem we are having with people with a disability is that they are not properly organized so that they can access the fund. And we have discussed with the, Fred Lau, we are going to build their capacity so that they are able to get their forms and then things will work as normal. So I think personally, what we need to do with the persons with the disability is to create awareness, teach them on how to fill these forms, and also teach them on how to start the table banking or the businesses which they want to start.
So you agree with Fred for the most part, Kennedy?
Yes, I am agreeing with him because we have even interacted. We have interacted in several occasions. Yes.
Maybe these people are just lazy, Kennedy.
Yes.
So, Edith, okay, we'll get to you, okay? We'll get to you. At least we're having a conversation, Edith, and that's what it's all about, a conversation. The people do have issues, but at least we're giving them a platform. Thanks to Kenny Wakenya, UNDP, and yes, we'll be doing this throughout every county in the country if we can. These are Machakos County issues. Next week, same time, same place, we'll be in Kilifi County. Talk about their issues there, and you can just imagine, top among them will most probably be security. In the meantime, the conversation continues right here at the Machakos University College. Let's keep talking. Sikika Sasa. Kwa vile kama si sasa, sasa hivi. Back to you, Edith. Who had a question? Who else had a question? Mwaniki. Go ahead, sir.
My question has to do with the issue of alcohol licensing. The issue of alcohol licensing is a county mandate. And as you know, there are lots of bars and people who are doing business in alcohol. a year ago or so, the national government, which was doing this, was funding CSOs in creating awareness on alcohol and drug addiction at the ground. And actually, they were even giving funds to the county commissioners for that purpose. What I'm not sure, and which I haven't heard yet, is that the county government, which is collecting money now for licensing, for licensing purposes, they are yet to allocate funds for that purpose. And I think it's a high time that the county government begins to do that, because there are lots of alcohol addiction, lots of drug addiction in this county and the rest of the other counties, but there's sluggishness in terms of allocating funds towards awareness creation. And my prayer is, can this be done? And I'm asking Mike and Margaret and Siocha, who are in the CSO leadership, to be able to visit the government and to be able to awaken them to that fact.
Mwaniki, is the problem of alcohol abuse here just as bad as other counties, do you think?
It is.
Kumi and the rest of the stuff?
It is.
Is it bad?
2 years ago, a year ago, we had lots of people who died in Makutano. And actually, some of them were saying, ato kezima taa, tutaendelea. Na yeye, macho imeenda, anafikiri kwamba ni Kalubo ndiye imemfanya aje kuona.
Na ni pombe. More questions. In the back there, in the back, in the back. Go ahead, you first. Yeah, go. Go on, whoever's first, come on. Listen. Go.
Okay, I'm Anthony from Machakos University College. I had a question. As much as the county is investing in security issues, it's investing in the health issues, I want to pose this question to the county government. What about the education issues? As I've heard from one of my fellow students on the other side, that the county has invested 40 million shillings on the lighting in the Machakos People's Park. What of the tertiary, the secondary school bursaries to the needy students? Remember that educate a child, you'll have educated a whole generation. So we need you people to at least subsidize the investments in more of entertainment, and let's take this money. Or what are your plans on the tertiary and the secondary school bursaries? And also, to pose this question for the third time, what are the plans of the county government on the university, Machakos University, being the only university in Machakos County since independence, and maybe even before independence? We need to know what are the plans of the county government. We've seen many problems. We've seen many problems in the past years. This year, twice, thrice, students lamenting on development in the university. What is the county? Is there anything? Is there any amount budgeted in the county government's budget on the university?
All right. Next.
My name is Lily from Machakos Lokot. I think we are asking the wrong questions here. What is the government doing? What is the government doing? The question should be, what are you doing? Yeah, we should help the government. The government has put Uwezo Fund, Women Fund, all those funds. But then, as youth, how are we building our capacities to access those funds? A student here said they don't have experience. What are you doing about it? Yeah? When you are on long recess, look for those attachments. You gain experience. Let us build capacities. It is a give and take. We say, it is our time, haki yetu, haki yetu. Rights come with responsibilities. Are we doing our part? What are we doing? That is the challenge.
What are you doing? Correct. Good point. Good point. Do you have a mic there? Good.
Let me say something. I want to strongly oppose what my sisters just said. Talking of the issue of experience, you're supposed to have 10 years experience. Will you go during long holiday, you get attached for 10 years, then you get that experience. Another issue, telling us, that's a saying. We are saying that we we are supposed to ask ourselves what we are doing to the county or what we are doing to our country, Kenya. That's the wrong question here. What is the essence of us having those big people there? We are there to ask them. We are here to ask them so that we'll know what is happening in our respective counties. So please, it's like you're citing the county government, you're citing Kenya government or what? No, we need to ask these things. Youth's positions are not felt in Kenya. That is true.
All right. We have time for one last question. Lady over there, you can ask the last question. We'll get some answers and we'll wrap up. Go ahead, ma'am.
Okay, I'm Vexina Mweni from NEMA. One thing I must say is, at times when we look at what is happening in Machakos, we have a disconnect. And the disconnect is between the county government and the people. When we look at what is happening to the people, we have the formulation of policies, and at times we point a finger to the government. What do we do to participate in those policy formulation? At times we have the budgetary process within the social hall of Machakos County Hall, and when you ask somebody, why did you not participate? Si kuitwa. At times you don't need to be told, this is what you deserve to do. At times it's you wake up and make a choice. It's your duty, it's your right to participate. Another thing is, to the county government, if they can stop politicizing everything and to work with the Mwananchi, we can move this county to a further destination. Why am I saying politicizing? At times in their mobilization, they use the MCAs. What the MCAs are doing, it's just getting their campaigners to participate in policy formulation. That cannot help us. And in regards to that, look at what Fred has said, that there is the Uwezo Fund. I've been working closely with women within the county here in Machakos, and what my concern is, they only rely on their Waishimiwas. And you talk even to some of the Waishimiwas, they even don't understand what Uwezo Fund contains. It's a shame for us as women leaders. We must wake up and face reality. It won't be brought in a plate so that we see this is what we deserve. It's us to wake up and make a choice. And the choice is, can we direct our own issues to the right offices? It's not all about politics that will get us to the destination, but it's about our goodwill.
Absolutely, and it comes back to, yeah, you can applaud, yeah. Comes back to what that young lady said. What are you doing? What are you people doing? That's the bottom line. We're going to wind up this program, and before we do that, I'm going to ask each of our panelists for some closing thoughts. And in this country where we like to be politically correct, Margaret Tisilu, ladies first. Closing thoughts.
Yes, closing thoughts from my side. We will need the Machakos leadership to allow people to participate in their development agenda, because development is a process and it's about all of us. So people should be involved in decision making. They should be involved in the implementation of the projects or the programs that are being rolled out in the county. Again, the issue of identifying key priorities for the people. What is it that the people require in this county? Not top, bottom, but bottom, top approach. That will help us.
Yeah. Mike Muchungi, closing thoughts.
Just two quick ones. One is on education. I think we realized that Machakos County, in the last 2013 performance, was on the average a D. There are only 13 A's. Alliance alone had 120 A's. For us to be able to compete effectively, we must be able to transform our education sector so that we can be able to stand head and shoulders with the rest of the Kenyans. But for us to be able to transform this country, we need a new way of thinking as Kenyans, where we realize that for Machakos County, we are the shareholders, we hire the people in the public sector, and we are supposed to keep them accountable to their performance so they deliver according to what we consider our priorities. That is the Constitution, and we must be able to manage our development as citizens.
Indeed. Kennedy Siocha, you get the final word.
Mimi ningependa kusema namna hii. Mulemavu ni mtu kama yule mwingine. apewe nafasi, ahusishwe katika yale mambo ambayo yanafanyika. Na sisi pia kama wananchi, tafadhali, ukiona mlemavu akipita njiani, kama anataka kugongwa na kitu kimewekwa mbeleni mwake, usimuangalie tu, ama muangalie akiingia kwa shimo. Ile mtaro iko pale roundabout Naivas supermarket, iko hapo, walemavu wengi wanaingia pale. Wajamani, na waomba, sitafadhali mtuonee huruma, tusivunjike na tusigongangongo na vitu ovyo ovyo. Wale watu ambao wanapark vibaya, tafadhali, can you park correctly? Number 2, ninauliza masorovea, wale ambao wanafanya ujenzi katika county yetu ya Machakos. Unajua ya kwamba walemavu wako na wanahitaji ku-access services katika hizo magorofa unaweka. Kama hauwezi kuweka ramp, usiweke bus lift, na hiyo lift iwe inazungumuzwa, kwa sababu mimi sioni, sitaweza kujua ya kwamba nimefika floor namba ngapi. Kwa hivyo ninasema hivi mwisho ni ya kwamba ujue ulemavu ni club. Mimi niko nao leo na wewe unaweza kuipata Yeah,
sure.
Asante.
And thank you once again to my guests. Please join me in a round of applause for Kennedy Siocha, Margaret Kisilu, and Mike Mutungi. I'd like you all to give you all a round of applause for this audience, because your participation, it is key. Your participation is what's going to drive this county forward. Like the young lady over there said, what are you doing? What are you doing? It's not up to them alone. What are you doing? Think about that going forward. This has been Sikika Sasa, the very first edition, coming to you live from Machakos University College. Next week, new county, new topics. It's going to be Kilifi County. Next Friday, 8 p.m. live, right here on KTN. In the meantime, Sikika Sasa. Kwa vile kama si sasa, ni sasa hivi. Thank you. Good night. Good luck.